The way I see it. This is Ron's wonky perspective on life.
Is it me, or does the losing party always seem to want to blame everyone else except their party for the loss? What the hell is going on right now? Let's talk about sore losers in the high-stakes world of presidential elections. You know, when the grandeur of democracy meets the pettiness of, let's say, playground antics. It's like watching a reality TV show where the contestants refuse to leave the island even after their torch has been extinguished. Imagine election night. The votes are tallied, the confetti is ready to drop, and it's evident that one candidate will emerge victorious. But instead of a gracious concession, the runner-up abandons their party and goes silent for 24 hours. Then, when they do decide to speak, they step up to the podium with all the composure of a child denied a second scoop of ice cream. They claim the election was rigged, the polls were biased, and perhaps even suggest that aliens meddled with the voting machines. At this point, you're half expecting them to demand a best 2 out of 3. And let's not forget the legal challenges. They'll file lawsuits like they're collecting stamps, each more frivolous than the last. Your Honor, we contest the results on the grounds that Mercury was in retrograde, which unfairly influenced the electorate's mood. It's as if they're throwing spaghetti at the wall hoping something sticks, or at least that it creates a distracting mess. The media gets involved, turning the whole affair into a circus. Commentators speculate wildly, and suddenly every armchair analyst becomes an expert in constitutional law. It's like watching a soap opera where the plot twists are both predictable and absurd. You have to expect a long-lost twin to appear with evidence proving the election results were swapped at birth. Even the supporters get in on the act. They'll flood social media with conspiracy theories that make flat earth proponents seem reasonable. Did you know that if you play the election results backwards, it reveals a secret message? It's a digital echo chamber where facts go to die and rumors thrive like weeds. In the end, the peaceful transfer of power, a hallmark of democracy, turns into a drawn-out drama that nobody asked for. It's as if the sore loser decided to perform an encore after the audience has already left the theater. Thank you, I'll be here all week, whether you like it or not. But let's remember, losing with grace is just as important as winning with humility. After all, if every candidate acted like a sore loser, our elections would never end. We'd be stuck in an infinite loop of recounts, accusations, and eye-rolling inducing press conferences. But I digress. So here's to hoping that future candidates take a page from the book of good sportsmanship. Accept defeat, congratulate the winner, and maybe even offer support for the sake of unity. Because democracy isn't a game where flipping the board when you're losing is acceptable. It's a collective endeavor that deserves respect. And if all else fails, perhaps we can introduce a new rule. Any candidate who throws a tantrum after losing has to spend a week in a Gitmo timeout corner. No media, no rallies, just some quiet reflection. Maybe then we'll see fewer sore losers and more mature leaders. After all, as the saying goes, it's not whether you win or lose, but how many times you can claim the game was rigged. In the grand circus of politics, we'd all appreciate fewer tightrope acts of denial and a lot more dignified exits. I'm Ron Phillips, and that's the way I see it.
The way I see it is only on the DailyMojo.com.